Zepbound news update, the latest on the Zepbound shortage. Hi, beautiful friends. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I've been on Zepbound and Mounjaro and TIRZEPATIDE compound the last 23 months and have lost over 100 pounds. Woo! And on today's episode, I want to talk about the FDA is still undecided about the Zepbound shortage of Eli Lilly's TIRZEPATIDE. And what does that mean for you? Like, what does this mean if you're trying to get your pens? And you're like, what is going on here? We're going to discuss it today. My source, as always, I do cite my sources. It's linked in the description link below. It's BioSpace. And I also have a Reuters article, too, I'm going to talk about. But the article was from November 2022, 2024. And so it's still, Eli Lilly's weight loss drug is still in limbo. We had seen with the shortage, Eli Lilly had gotten Zepbound and Mounjaro, same medications, both TIRZEPATIDE, taken, but two different FDA approvals, taken off the FDA shortage list, which it was legally playing chess to set up to get TIRZEPATIDE compounds taken off the market, basically because the drugs weren't in shortage anymore. Eli Lilly has tried multiple times previously, and this is my non-legal background, just watching this all play out. Tried multiple times legally to get compounds to stop being sold without really, that didn't super work, which is why this other avenue has been taken, because millions and millions and millions of dollars have been made from TIRZEPATIDE compound. And so Eli Lilly is in limbo as the FDA assesses the supply status, if Zepbound is really truly still in shortage. If Zepbound and Mounjaro really truly are shortage, then making the compounds TIRZEPATIDE, it would still be quote legal. Again, this is a complicated issue. It's seemingly complicated, but I'm going to break it down a little bit to make it not seemingly complicated. That the FDA continues to assess the status, whether or not a shortage should be declared according to the court status report on November 22nd, 2024. Did I say 2022 earlier? 2024. The regulator has made substantial progress in reassessing its prior decision to take TIRZEPATIDE off its drug shortage list and continues to prioritize issuing a new decision. The new court status report is due December 19th, 2024, within 7 days of the FDA's decision, whichever comes earlier. And so this is important because, again, it's legally setting up if vendors who sell TIRZEPATIDE will still be able to, or if they'll be put in legal jeopardy, which, just think about it for a hot second. Eli Lilly is a are they billion? I was going to say billion. They're hundreds of millions, if not billions. And now I'm wishing I had had that fact before I came on air. They're a large company. They're a large company is the bottom line. And so messing with them legally, I wouldn't. They're super lawsuit trigger happy. Eli Lilly, love you. Don't come sue me. Whereas Novo Nordisk, that is a Danish-based company. It's a different, the US-based culture of lawsuits versus like Danish company. Although Novo Nordisk is having its own things. But going back over to this article, earlier this month, the FDA declared the shortage of TIRZEPATIDE sold as Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes and Zepbound for chronic weight management had been resolved. If you are finding, and I'm going to go back to the article, if you are finding that you are not able to get your medication because of the Zepbound shortage continuing in your neck of the woods, fill out the link down below. It's an FDA link. It's not some of these other companies like telehealth companies are doing that. Y'all, that I'm not giving my data to third-party people. I'll give it to the FDA to help within this lawsuit, but I will not be giving it to some of these companies. People are like, oh, they had this tracker for the shortage. I'm like, do you know what they're doing with your data? I don't know. That's why I will not participate in those. And if you see in my free encouragement group, I don't post those posts. If that's one of you who put, I'm like, I don't want people, like, that scares me. And your data, you don't, where's your data going? Like me trying to be mother hen to protect. So Eli Lilly's drug has previously spent months on the regulator shortage list as the pharma struggled to match the manufacturing capacity with the market's insatiable demand for obesity medications. With this move, however, the FDA effectively barred compounding pharmacies from producing their own versions of TIRZEPATIDE, something that trade group Outsourcing Facilities Association is the OFA. They're a key part in this lawsuit that we're going to be talking about. They did not take too kindly to. Weeks after the end of the FDA shortage, the OFA blasted the FDA's decision, calling it arbitrary and saying it could deprive patients of vital treatment for type 2 diabetes and obesity. The OFA sued FDA alleging that the move to take tirzepatide off of the shortage list lacked any semblance of lawful process. The complaint noted that Congress allowed certain drugs to be compounded when the supply is limited, with the goal to help the industry deliver therapies to patients who need them. The author of this article, by the way, is Tristan Manilak, just to give credit where credit is due. And again, I will link this full article too to read it down below. But the OFA sued the FDA on that. And so this is where, like I told you, it's complicated and it's legal chess that is happening here. Tirzepatide compound people making a ton of money. Millions. I was at a conference once recently, and this lady, she owns tirzepatide compounding facilities. And she's like, oh yeah, I drive a Porsche now. And I'm like, I bet you do. We're yip-yapping about it. She's like, just from tirzepatide, not even including semaglutide. And so that is why Eli Lilly is, because there's millions and millions and millions of dollars in this aspect because of the shortage from Zepbound. Whereas Eli Lilly, and if you noticed on their last quarterly earning call, they didn't hit their sales targets, which is crazy because they're in shortage. And why are they? That blew my mind. But did that blow your mind? That blew my mind that they didn't hit their sales targets because it's crazy high. But the survey of the data this month shows increasing number of patients unable to get branded GLP agonist products, including specifically branded as tirzepatide products, said the OFA. They noted, adding that pharmacies and other distributors continue to list branded tirzepatide products as out of stocks and only in limited quantities. Like I said, that tracking sheet, that's the one it's in my, it says, if you click down below, click the ... more, and then it says sources cited, it will be under there. You got to scroll down though to get to that. Lilly has taken a strong stance against compounded versions of tirzepatide. Last month, the pharma sued 3 retailers for allegedly marketing remixed tirzepatide, and Lilly has filed similar lawsuits in September 2023, October 2023, and legal offense in June 2024. So there's lots of lawsuits and things coming out about that, which is interesting about the OFA suing the FDA on this. So we will have more information on this on December 19th or the week prior to, so December 12th, of the next court status report making substantial progress in this. And so what can that mean? A couple of different things. Do you guys feel like you have whiplash? Am I the only one where it's like, like making my headband fly off? That it is complicated. And so one of the things I have said, this is my personal opinion now, it's not from the article Biospace, my own personal opinion, is Eli Lilly is they're huge. It's like David and Goliath. And they're huge. They're huge. And I think that ultimately they will win with this. And I do think that they are resolving the shortage, the Zepbound shortage, in certain pockets, although we know that that's why filling out this form is important. For you, I'm super curious. With the last 2 months of getting your Zepbound or Mounjaro medication, tell me in the comments, have you been able to get yours easily? For me, the last 2 months, it actually has been pretty easy. But part of that is I work with Join Fridays. And so and because I've been on Zepbound 15 milligrams for so long, they worked with me to make it easier with my pharmacy. It was so awesome. Use the discount code QUEEN if you switch over to them to get an extra discount. But going to get my medication has been simple. It had not been prior to that. But I'm curious, I live in rural Virginia. Across the United States, people are experiencing way different things. Like, it's different depending on your state, and even within your state, like Northern Virginia versus Southern Virginia, for example, it's different. Like, it's different. So I'm curious, have you been experiencing the shortage? Let me know in the comments if you feel comfortable. Some people don't feel comfortable sharing that, but I do. We'll talk about it more in my private Facebook encouragement group. I'll link that down below as well, because I think it's an interesting conversation. If, and that's what these court proceedings are figuring out, if Zepbound is still in Mounjaro, are still in Mounjaro shortage and Zepbound shortage, then the tirzepatide compounds will be allowed to still be used, which look like this. Eli Lilly is doing different things to help with the shortage, like their own vials for Zepbound 2.5 milligrams and Zepbound 5 milligrams. You have to go through Lilly Direct, their telehealth group, to get that, to get the discount savings, and it's pay out of pocket, no insurance. So this is like a full-time job, by the way. If you feel overwhelmed with GLP-1 medication sometimes, you're not the only one. Like, I talk about this every single day. I have a daily show on this conversation of GLP-1 medications, and even I am like, what in the dickens? and part of this is just being on our toes. We've got to be agile. We got to be ready to move. The last 23 months of figuring out how am I, like, that's why I've been on Mounjaro, Zepbound, and TIRZEPATIDE compound, is because I've had to make these moves because of the shortages. It's been wacky. It's been so wacky, but relief is coming. It is. Eventually the shortage is going to slow down. And eventually, my friends, eventually we're going to have other, this year, the CagriSema by Novo Nordisk, the other GLP-1 medication, it should be the highest one, should be coming out. It will finish phase 3 clinical trials here in December 2024, and then go for FDA approval. And hopefully it will get pushed through, hopefully. That is exciting. I will be in line for that because I believe it's higher than TIRZEPATIDE. I just did a story on it, and it is. And then higher than that one, though, is retatrutide. But there's differences in those two, which I talked about in the other show. And so it gives more options. It's giving more options, which is going to give financial options. And also going to give the supply chain options as well. So this is exciting about the CagriSema part, not about the shortage part. The shortage part is stressful. And if your armpits are sweating as a result of this, you're not alone. My armpits certainly do. I'm like, oh my goodness, good gravy. So I wanted to make sure you guys were up to date on that. I will link down below all of my interesting articles. Right now we are in peak early Black Friday deals. I'm going to list those down below. I've updated them pretty much hourly. Amazon has been very gracious to give me $1,000 in Amazon gift cards to give away. It's not a scam. It's true. On my Countess of Shopping Instagram, you do have to follow me over there. I'll link it down below. 2 winners, so it's 2 $500 gift cards, hence the $1,000. Over on Countess of Shopping Instagram. Just follow, there's the rules and details of that. And then one of the winners will be from the free encouragement group, but this is all based on Instagram, Countess of Shopping Instagram, my Instagram. So I'll link that down in the description link below. I'm so pumped to give away $1,000, particularly in this climate right now. We need lots and lots of joy and lots of fun things. And so with Black Friday sales, some of my absolute favorites right now are the Ninja Creamy sale. That is linked on my sale price down below. Of course, prices are subject to change, but the Ninja Creamy, that one is exceptional, like redonk. The crock pot casserole one sold out during the October Prime Day. It's back. It's only like 25 bucks. I ended up buying one for my besties yesterday. It's still in stock as of filming this, but it might not be. Oura Ring, massive discount on it. All of my loose skin stuff for body and neck. Where's my other one? Not Sol de Janeiro though, but the other ones. That is on the list. Vibration plates, the vibration exercise plates, my personal favorites on there. Sneakers, my slip-on sneakers are on sale. Oh, and if you guys have not taken advantage of the 25% off site-wide for my favorite magnesium, this has been a game changer for me. I've actually boosted up to 3 a day. Talk to your own healthcare provider. Don't use me as your health advice. But for me, and it's been very helpful. It's been helpful all along, but for constipation, Zepbound constipation, muscle recovery from working out, and also it's helped a little bit with my anxiety, but most importantly with my sleep. Very, I'm obsessed. 25% off, and it's site-wide, so if you want to get things like their protein breakthrough, their collagen, they have their magnesium in powder format. I like the pill format, but they do have it in powder format. Cool stuff. Even like swimsuit cover-ups and things like that, those are on sale. Fun stocking stuffers. All of my favorite holiday gifts are on that Amazon shopping list down below. So, but it's just, it will change. So if you're looking at this in a couple of weeks, all of the Black Friday deals will obviously be gone, and it'll be different deals linked down below. But I do have a set Zepbound shopping list that has like my favorite Zepbound travel case and like stuff that's specific to Zepbound. It's been a fun day. Let's go do something powerful. Let's go work on our health. Your accountability question, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? And your emoji of the day is going to be a smiley face. It's going to be a smiley face because we're rocking and rolling through the holidays here with our Zepbound weight loss and TIRZEPATIDE weight loss. Emoji of the day helps me to get to know you better because I truly do care. So, sweet friends, and I'll pray over you. I'll pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll uplift you in positive thought. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life sure is delicious. I love you guys so super much. I'll see you on tomorrow's show. Bye, guys.